We're live.
Good night, Kapeash.
Good night, Kapeash.
Where we tell scary modern day stories of random genre, trying to figure out how we can put y'all to bed at night. What we all doing?
Okay.
Right? Short,
Right.
sweet. I was thinking about it on the way home. I'm like, it kind of includes everything. Doesn't really exclude, you know. We'll see how it goes. All right, because I'm gonna watch it back and see how it looks, and we'll see how.
Hey, definitely. Because when I be doing this,
People are over here now. Happy. You know that I made this sign up the bathroom run?
Howdy.
I shared it to them inside the group. Now I got to go find their individual names.
I see you.
See, this is why I like group chats.
Yeah, it's a little easier.
Yeah.
You could always have everybody silenced in another group chat that like has all the individual people. That's just for a specific share out.
I got to build one over here on TikTok then. Where is this new person? Okay, I sent them to the link. They're gonna have to do the rest. Yeah, let's get started, I guess.
Yes, sir. Anything you want to start off with, or
you know what? I'm gonna start off with this just because I am a fan of them. I'm not even finna pretend like I'm not a fan of these girls. Like I'm
right?
I'm one of the small 1% that likes these and advocate for them. But yet again,
very small percent.
But you know what? The crazy part about it is, bro, and I'm gonna play this and talk, and I think that's what I'm gonna do for just the time being. The thing is, my guy, I watch them, I advocate for them. You know what I'm saying? I talk about them more than anybody else, but I don't think they need to get paid of what they are asking for the bargain agreement. I'm still against that part. But do I like watching them?
I completely get you. Do I feel like they deserve a little bit more? Sure. Do I feel like they deserve what they're asking for? Probably not. What they're not understanding is like it all comes down to the like viewership. If you can't get people to come spend the money to increase the net profit of the league, you're not going to end up coming out with anything more in your contract because the contracts are all divvied out based off of the amount of earnings you get in the league. So
definitely, because I've been covering it. Well, no, let me take that back. I've been watching it. I haven't been covering it because my audience is not really ready for that, I don't think. And you know what I'm saying? If I cover it, I want to pick a day and dedicate it to it and all like that. I'm thinking about it, whatnot. People, if you look in the comments, if you would like to come up and join, the link is in the comments section. Come up and join. Talk. We can talk about and discuss whatever topic you're on. Other than that, I'm gonna keep the party going. Now, this Unrivaled thing right here is something a little different. This is their own league that they're started during the off season to try to unrival the WNBA. It's whatever. It's cool. They just had the 1v1 last night, and can I say there's superstars in here? Yeah, there's superstars in here. Can you name them?
Can we pause? Can we pause for a second?
Go ahead.
Go back like 10 seconds.
Oh, we actually want to go back to our play.
Yeah. So this is a 1v1, right?
1v1, yeah.
I play a lot of basketball, okay? What I'm seeing is a big reason why you're not going to see viewership in the WNBA. when somebody tries to do any type of move with the basketball, the understanding is you are trying to create distance from your opponent, whether it be to create distance to shoot, whether to create distance to go to a different. What distance did she get with 2 moves that she used? She
Basically
dribbled
using her
at
quickness,
them.
the quickness to pull up and shoot.
But that's
That
what I'm
quick
saying
shot.
is that person, they literally, I don't even know the names and I apologize, but she's dribbling straight at the person,
Stewie.
giving them a chance to get closer to her. You know what
That's
I
Miss
mean?
Stewie. Yeah.
Okay. And literally getting now
The
that
step
wasn't
back.
bad. That created distance. The first one, she just kind of dribbled straight up into her and shot over her head because she's got a clear height advantage. You know what I mean? And she knows that. That's why she's doing that, which is
Yeah,
fine. But like,
Lee got a height advantage too. If she has to. One thing about 1v1 that they don't create, and these are big. These are power forward / center positions.
right? That's what I was
when it
thinking.
comes
Is
to these
there?
two.
Oh,
And
okay.
what
So these are the. Oh, okay. My bad. Nope. Never mind. I take it back. That makes more sense now. If these are like power forwards and centers, I don't expect them to get distance with dribbles because they're used to
yeah,
posting up and getting more small distance and being more technical. So that makes more sense.
yeah. Stewie right here does play more of a power forward position. Now this is So versus Marie. These are point guards right here. There's more of that point guard position. Woo! She's a rookie in a white tee. This is her first
The
year
girl with
in
the
the
brown hair,
WNBA.
white tee.
Yeah, white shirt as a rookie. Black tee. She may be on her 5th season, third, 4th, 5th, somewhere around there.
If the girl in white's a rookie, then she's definitely going to be somebody to look out for if she advances her skills. Because like, definitely doesn't look like a rookie by the way she was dribbling at first.
I can admit I was sleeping on so as they put it up here. I was sleeping on her. She came from Duke.
I gotta use the bathroom real quick, brother. I apologize.
Her senior year at Duke is when I really seen her for myself and was like, oh, okay. This is somebody we need to look out. And then when she came in the league, the rookie year, she was getting at it. She was putting up with them girls. I guess I'm gonna pause and put it down for a second. YouTube hit me with all type of restrictions. Like I say, y'all, this is the Good Night Kapeash where we talk about stories to put you to bed, bedtime stories of every day, whatever's going on, pop culture. Put in the comments if you have something that you want us to discuss. I would like to discuss. I do not see everything. I just like talking about the little things and the big things and the small things. And I will take people down the rabbit holes deep down in conversations. Heck. And shout out to my new friends I just met on TikTok. If y'all do come over, I appreciate y'all stopping through. Yeah. TikTok, you do people every day. That's what thing you do. You do people every day, all the time. Sorry, the quality is bad. Whatever, but it is what it is. Quick jumper. I like that. See right there. I like that quick set. You know what I'm saying? Boom, got. You know it's gonna take her a second to get over there. Let me get it up there. I like that. That was more fluid. And Yeah, that was more fluid. That was more fluid. That was more fluid. That was more chill. Bing. Hey, hey, hey. My girl, Money Mabry, is a money shot maker, y'all. Y'all gotta really be feeling it. Now, when y'all see in the league, she's known for really being extravagant, being exclusive. So that's what. But when you really watch her game, because she just put up 47 when they was at a big arena, when they was in front of a big crowd. You know, they really be putting up numbers. Ooh, little shirt there, really putting it down. I don't know, man. I like basketball just as much as anybody. I watch it. It'd be cool. It'd be chilling. It'd be chilling. It'd be chilling. It'd be chilling. That's what I was watching. Also, um, you do have F1 racing that's going to be getting their new trials. We also got the All-Star game coming up too. Oh wow.
I just came back and I seen you were muted talking.
Yeah, I seen that too.
Alrighty. So I would have been back quicker, but apparently my 3-year-old decided to throw our mega roll of toilet paper into the toilet and nobody's seen it. So it absorbed every bit of moisture that was in the toilet. Jesus. Gotta love kids, man.
Okay. So you remember the day we had that discussion about the two guys that had the words, the you sucking dick, you sucking a white man's dick,
Yeah, I remember that.
yeah. And it escalated as we
Figured it would.
as we predicted. And this was uploaded 14 hours ago. And
Is it a fight between the two?
It almost went to court. Cause look who's, only time we see my guy, my resource guy right here, is when is court involved. This is my social media lawyer who I know I can bring up and don't get no restrictions.
Fair enough.
And without further ado, because I don't know, you don't know, we don't know, let's not know together and let's learn together.
I got to make an example out of this.
All right, guys. So Corey Holcomb is about to make an example out of me.
I said something against this guy that came up to our show. His name, I'm going to take the chance and say his name. His name was the lead attorney. I said something about him because I saw him say oh, Corey said it's okay for me to talk to his lawyer. Now, ever since I said what I said about the lead attorney, I haven't seen him say anything back. And it is my opinion. The reason he didn't say anything back because I didn't lie on him. I did not give him permission to talk to my attorney about nothing. And he said I did. And I believe he saw that and knows that to be true, which is why he isn't going all out his way to act like Corey Holcomb is not the man that he say he is.
All right, so Corey Holcomb is saying that he didn't give me permission to talk to his attorney. I said, guys, on my last stream that I was supposed to have an interview with his attorney. His attorney cleared it, and then his attorney backed out. Now Corey is saying, no, that's all a lie. He's saying that he never gave me permission to talk to that man, and Corey has been extremely disrespectful towards me. And because I have not responded to the disrespect, Corey takes that as an admission that he's right and I'm wrong.
I did not give him permission to talk to my attorney about nothing. And he said I did. And I believe he saw that and knows that to be true, which is why
we're gonna go back to it. We're gonna finish, but
I don't remember the bald-headed guy. I'll be honest. I remember watching
the bald-headed guy wasn't even involved. He was just one of the people that covered it deeply than anybody else. Okay. That's where the lawyer comes in at. He covered it, and what had happened later on that we didn't cover and go over is him and the guy that got into it end up going to court. I don't know what happened in court. I just know they end up wanting to go to court over talking about the man's daughter and freedom of speech.
Okay.
And that got blown out of proportion. And he covered it. And he covered it, you know what I'm saying, as a lawyer, you know what I'm saying, dude, because yet again, y'all went to court over it. Do I? You see, as you see the other clips, right? Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. as you see these clips right next to it are about the court case, well, especially the second one. About them going to court. This is him covering the fight, the altercation on the show. So, like I said, this is another of them actually probably in court, emotional distress. So he covered it. Like I said, he covered it deeply. As you see, it's a lot of coverage from both sides. And we didn't go over it because I don't know. We didn't
pop up. Yeah, I was gonna say we just talked about it.
But this popped up because of the simple fact, like, now I see, now I get it. And Corey Holcomb, I'm not calling you out because I'm a nobody and I know you're not going to respond. Nobody's going to clip this. So I ain't got to worry about it. But you going at a lawyer. You're going at a lawyer. Somebody who's going to use the system, which most people claim they hate, to his advantage and call you out and make you probably look a fool of yourself. I'm not sure, but that's my mostly assumption, especially with the lead attorney. Because since I've been watching him for the last, I say maybe 4 years, just sat back and just covered cases. He gave you his opinion on something. He let you know when he gave you his opinion, or he gave you his legal opinion on things and how he look at stuff and when it comes to the law. Just like when I bring up Nate the lawyer on certain topics, how he break it down for us for us to give our own opinion. He give you the rules, he give you the law. It's up to us to come to the conclusion. And right here, this is funny. I'm sorry, this is funny. You going at a lawyer for a small claim, something very small.
Yeah, something stupid almost.
Yeah.
He isn't going all out his way to act like Corey Holcomb is not the man that he say he is. That's what I believe. I believe he has some type of moral strand inside of him that knows I wasn't lying on him. I didn't give nobody permission to do nothing.
All right, Corey, there are two competing ways to look at this situation. The first way to look at it is that you are just a liar. You are lying. You lied about me in the past and you are continuing to lie about me. Now, this is apart from all the disrespect and all the jokes. I'm talking about straight lying. That's the first way to look at this. Now, the second way to look at it is that you are not lying and that you have chosen a bootleg attorney to represent you. Now, how do I know that these are the only two ways to look at this situation? Well, I'm about to explain it to you right now. But I do want to say one thing first. You were saying that you were so disrespectful to me and I didn't respond. And you're saying, well, since I didn't respond, that shows that I knew that you were the man that you claimed to be. Now, Corey, you are making a mistake on this. I didn't respond, but for a very different reason. I didn't respond to you, Corey. I didn't respond to your disrespect because I didn't want to embarrass you. On one of your last shows, you brought up this attorney that you had retained, this gentleman named Derek. Now, this is an attorney that you chose, that you selected, that you put your trust in to represent you in whatever claims that you may have. The attorney on your show said that he's been practicing for 14 or 15 years, and that's good. I can tell you that I've been an attorney for close to 25 years, and I am intimately aware of the relationship and the responsibilities that we have as attorneys towards our clients. You keep disrespecting me and you keep saying that I'm lying about you giving me permission to talk to your attorney. So we're going to see who's lying right now. For background, Corey, if I represent you as an attorney, I have ethical obligations towards you. If someone wants to interview me about you or your case, I can't just say yes willy-nilly without letting you know. In fact, I have to do a lot more than letting you know. I have to ask for your permission. And not only do I have to ask for your permission, but I have to explain to you the pros and the cons, and I have to make sure that you understand them. And then you have to give me informed consent. You have to consent that I give the interview to whoever wants to interview me. That's what we good attorneys do in fulfilling our obligations to our clients. You have to clear that interview, Corey. So you're upset with me because I said on a live stream that you had given me permission to talk to your attorney, that you had cleared that interview. So we're going to see right now whether you cleared it or not. And let me say, I have been on YouTube for about 5 years, and I don't think I have ever done this. I have never.
He been on a YouTube for about 5 years. And what I just say, I've been watching him for about 4 years now?
Yeah.
So I almost caught him in the beginning of his start.
To be fair, I never, like, dude in the jacket, not the smartest guy. I already said that. I know, he's not the smartest
right guy. But go ahead. Finish, please.
I just I don't understand how you look at somebody, you know their profession, you can easily look into how long they've been doing it, and you're still going to try to call somebody in that profession a liar, knowing that, like, they wouldn't be able to. They'll get in trouble for lying about somebody.
I do believe no, let me take that back. I'm under the influence. I think that's a better way for me to say that. I'm under the influence that what is it called? A PR got in his ear and was like, yo, just poke the bear for a couple of views just to say whatever.
Right.
as he don't go too far to where it messes up the case. Yet again, I don't know if the case is over or not. You know what I'm saying? At this moment while we're doing this live, I don't know for as him and his case or nothing like that. I just know they did go to court. I did remember him talking about it. So, yeah, no. I think this is just maybe the outcome of it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I keep wanting to put the maybe. Like if I lost, because like I said, we don't know. If I lost, I might, go point fingers at other people just, to get my views up. I might have lost a little bit of credibility and or whatnot. So I don't know.
Gone back and showed receipts. I have never showed DMs because I haven't needed to. I'm not like some of these other YouTubers out here who just talk to talk. I take this very seriously. I take my reputation very seriously. And if you're up on your show calling me a liar, well, we're going to get to the bottom of it. Let me show you something right quick, Corey. Do you know who this gentleman is right here, Corey? This is your attorney. After your live stream where you and him talked about the Christina Payne situation, I hit him up. I said, hey, can you come on my channel? Can I interview you? Because I'll be honest with you, Corey, between me and you, I think you're getting a raw deal out of this Christina Payne situation. Should you have mushed her? No. Should she have touched you or whatever she did to you, hit you? No. Everybody should keep their hands to themselves. But people trying to paint you out to be a woman beater for the Christina Payne situation alone, to me, is a stretch. So I hit up your attorney. Your attorney gets back to me. What does he say? Let's look down here. He says, good day, counselor, and great hearing from you. Let me check with Corey and I will follow up with you. See, this is exactly what I was talking about. Good attorneys have to check with the clients. Your attorney can't just agree to be on my show without talking to you to appear on my show. He has to clear it with you. Also, let me say that your attorney can't clear this interview with Craig. He can't clear it with Darlene. Both of them are integral parts to your show. They're very important people, but your attorney represents you and you alone. So the only person that can give him permission to talk to me is you. So he says right here, he says, let me check with Corey and I will follow up with you. But Corey, what do you think he responds? What do you think he says to me? Let's scroll down and
He's throwing little jabs there a little bit.
Oh my God. I don't know about nobody else, but I am 100% enjoying this. I am. This is
take a look. He says he's going to check with you. And then a day later, he says, I am cleared to speak with you. That means he checked with you, checked with Corey, and now he's cleared to speak with me. So now, Corey, who is the liar? It's either you or it's either your attorney. This is why I didn't say anything, because I didn't want to embarrass you. I didn't want to have to go and show DMs. Your attorney.
Man said, I got receipts, bitch.
I'm laughing because I know for a fact that it's going to be other times where there's going to be a case brought up and I'm going to debate with somebody and I'm like, yo, I got this lawyer and he told me this and he's on this, he's on that. And hey, I'm going to let you know, my boy been doing his thing for, well, like you said, almost 25 years. He's been on YouTube for 5 years. Like, he on his thing. And because I already done brought him up in discussions and stuff like that. And people try to discredit people like him for as I can't use him as my credibility. And like you just heard him say, he stands on what he does and about his business.
attorney right here in black and white is saying that you gave me permission to talk to him. He can be on my show. I can interview him. And you were the only person that can give him that permission. This is what it says in black and white. But what are you going on your show and saying?
I did not give him permission to talk to my attorney about nothing. And he said I did. And I believe he saw that and knows that to be true, which is why he isn't going all out his way to act like Corey Holcomb is not the man that he say he is. That's what I believe. I believe he has some type of moral strand inside of him that knows I wasn't lying on him. I didn't give nobody permission to do nothing.
You didn't give nobody permission to do nothing? Is that what you just said? Here, the attorney that you chose, the attorney that you brought on your show, the attorney that you were praising, the attorney that you were glazing is saying something completely different. Your attorney is saying that he checked with you, Corey, and that he's clear to speak with me. And let me tell you, Corey, it doesn't stop there. Once he said that you had given him permission to speak with me, then we started organizing a date and time. If we scroll down here, you can see that he says, your attorney, that the earliest time that we can record or prepare to record would be Friday. That Friday, anytime after 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and anytime this weekend with evenings preferred. Oh yeah, we were getting a date and time, Corey, for an interview that supposedly you never gave permission for, an interview that you were saying that I was lying about, and an interview that caused you to be very disrespectful towards me. And guess what, Corey? It goes even further. Here, he gives me his law firm email address, and he gives me his cell phone number. Now, I, of course, have redacted it all out, but he gives me every way to communicate him to coordinate this interview. After he gives me his law firm address, Corey, I hit him up. I email him. What do I say? Let's check it out. This is the email that I sent to your attorney, Corey, and you will see that the heading for the email in the subject line is interview. I say, Derek, hope you're doing well. Just wanted to follow up. Thank you for being willing to being interviewed. As mentioned in my Instagram message, let me know what time on Friday, either the evening or the night, whatever works best for you. Also, if you can pass me along any publicly available filings, that will be great. For your convenience, I'm sending this from my email, so you'll have my contact information as well. Thanks again, Derek. I appreciate you taking the time, and I look forward to speaking with you tomorrow. See, Corey, you were taking my kindness for weakness. You were taking the fact that I was silent.
You know what? I'm gonna leave that alone. And the only reason I'm saying that because I was just enjoying that
100%.
a tad bit too much. And you know what I'm saying? I don't even know what was going on. Obviously, it was a whole nother case. Not even talking about the case that we last picked up, because that's oh my God. Like, come on, man. Why would you I don't know. Why would you, like you said, why would you poke the bear of a lawyer? Unless
Most
it
of the
was
time, it's another lawyer. Like, it has to be.
this is for clicks, because you're saying that okay, he's and I don't want to say it like that, but you know what I'm saying? I gotta take a step out of my shoes and like look at it. You thinking that this person is on your level enough to poke at it, to, you know what I'm saying, to get views. Because it's not easy to get up here and talk about stuff and subjects forever, how long they talk and whatever they be talking about and discuss over there. That shit ain't easy. And I appreciate people when they stop through and they watch and they comment, like, because they know this stuff is not easy. Everybody and their mama do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know already when I go on Talk of the Tick and have a discussion with somebody, I try to keep it light. But if they go into a subject that's deep, that's not my fault. But I ain't seen it. I ain't never got a text from them this late at night. Like, what's going on? That's why I'm looking like, huh? What the hell? Oh, that was a nice, good 30 minutes.
Did you see they're trying to, or they voted on overturning the tariffs in Canada?
You going in and out, Captain, for some reason.
I said they the House voted to overturn the tariffs on Canada. It's like 219 to 211, and ended up passing.
So what they gonna raise it to?
They're not raising it; they're getting rid of the tariffs.
Oh, they're getting rid of the tariffs on Canada?
Yep. Well, I mean, Trump is still going to try to fucking veto or like, what's the fucking word? I just looked into it a second ago. Give me a second. Yeah, the House of Representatives voted to block the 35% tariffs. And he's actually on his social media app, like getting kind of mad at the 6 Republicans that voted against his tariffs. But he obviously can veto it, and then it'll go into more of like another vote, all that good stuff. But at least they're trying to do the right thing, because there's no way we should have originally done that anyway.
So you think tariffs wasn't making us no type of money at all?
I think that they disguised it really well, and people that don't understand how it works thought it was going to end up making money. And actually, what it did was just continue to put money in the pockets of people way up at the top. It stopped people from being able to buy, it just
It
it was
stopped
a
people from buying
terrible
what?
plan. Well,
Stop
it
people from buying.
stopped people from wanting to buy from other countries, and it stopped a big trade deal that we had with Canada, which forced Canada into being secluded and forcing them into being friends with China. And now China's screwing them over on repeat. And not only that, it's hurt the world economy as well as the US economy.
Ugh.
Like, people don't realize the majority of the stuff that's been being passed and changed has been progressively helping like the 1%. It hasn't really been helping anybody else. Like, grocery prices were supposed to go down. Hasn't
What?
happened. Gas prices are supposed to come down. Hasn't happened. Like all the promises that were said, not happening.
For as you and what you see, I would probably say so. But if
It's
you go
not
ask,
about what I see, it's literal facts.
that's not factual. When in places like, because I have heard from other states out of their own mouth, when you just say like grocery prices ain't going down, grocery prices have went down. Have other prices in the groceries went up? Yes, that is true. But grocery prices have went down.
That's
Gas prices
incorrect.
have went down.
That's incorrect.
Okay.
Like
You
that's
you saying that, but
100%
then other
incorrect.
people are saying, like I said, I just went from different states. Just literally just did it and asked people, have y'all gas prices went down? Literally asking people on the road, and they're like, yeah, gas prices have dropped.
That's incorrect as shit. Who are you talking to?
Average Joe people, just strangers.
Okay, and they're just saying what they feel because like that there ain't no fucking way they're seeing an actual drop in gas prices if everything reportedly everything that's statistically put out would state that as well. It doesn't.
Well, I know our gas prices are dropping because our gas prices used to be $5 out here. It's not $5.
Are you talking about the natural flow of how gas goes during the winter and then
I'm
when it
talking
peaks
about
back
how
up
our
in the
gas
summertime?
prices used to be $5. Actually, four 4.30 used to be our average gas price out here in Nevada for the longest. It is not. It's like what the most I see the gas price is like $3.30 to $4. Oh shit.
Saying average around $3.95 per gallon in 2022 and approximately sitting between like five or not five 350 to 360. This thing doesn't make any sense. It's switching between.
Dang, dude. Golly. Reading a story about just reading the headlines about Ireland, Dallas, Fort Worth, Dallas. Road rage turned into one person killing a man. Like dang. Road rage. Airspace classified as natural differences in airspace after FAA Halo flights into. So I missed the launch? Did I miss the launch?
All right, so average gas prices from 2016 to 2020 were between $2.14 per gallon to $2.60 is where it, or I'm sorry, in 2018 it peaked at 274, and then 2019 it went to 260, and approximately bounced around the 250 to to 260 mark. From 2021 to 2026, gas prices have gone up from $3 to $3.95, back down a little bit to $3.50 to $3.30, and now it's getting back to where it started in 2022 at $2.97. And this is all across, on average, across the US. You're taking in specific places and not understanding the flow of gas, because as you go through the year, during spring and summertime, your gas prices will hike up because more people travel, so they make more money doing so. When you get to your fall and winter time, your prices will inevitably drop on purpose because less people travel. They want to encourage people to do, right? So you have to actually take in the average throughout the country, because then it goes through an actual has stats. If you want to go by the state, that's fine, but you're still going to find an average of it changing throughout the year based off of what I just said for traveling. But overall,
and you said that the last time, and I get it, but yet again, still, the whole purpose.
I don't know how to explain this to you. Just because people feel a way doesn't mean it's actually true. People are ignorant. I don't know how to explain this to you.
It's not about you explaining it, and you don't have to explain and keep downplaying people and their intelligence.
I mean, it's not my fault that they don't have the willingness to learn and do better.
But, sir, yet again, downplaying people is not, I don't know.
It's not downplaying. Saying somebody has ignorance does not mean that they cannot get out of ignorance. Like, just because somebody does not have the willingness to learn, people can be stupid and then they can stop being stupid by learning, right? Just because they don't like the word doesn't mean that, it doesn't apply. It's like nowadays calling somebody a pedophile protector. They really don't like that, but like, don't protect them, right?
Huh?
I said nobody likes being called a pedophile protector, but that's why we make sure people take accountability and don't just let people get away with it. Otherwise, it makes you look like one.
I mean, pointing fingers and calling people names is why people are going through what they're going and getting dying in these streets, because yet again, y'all want to call people names and point fingers and stuff like that. Just amazing.
Hold on, explain that. What are we talking about exactly?
I said pointing fingers and calling people names. Hold on, let me read this real quick. The right government of the judges of states of Oklahoma incorrectly stopped the position on various Lucy's government average. Dinner and interviews were sent to all governments of 2 states, usually without him. Oh, okay. Okay. That's about that dude that didn't get invited to a government. Okay, never mind.
So I guess the easiest way I can break it down is, if somebody calls you weak, what you gonna do if you are a weak person? You're gonna go work out. If somebody calls you dumb and you don't want to be a dumb person, you go read a fucking book or a series of books, or you go talk to somebody smart that can help you learn, right? There's ways to fix it. Just because you don't like being called something doesn't make it not true. And people need to get over the fact of words can't hurt them. Deal with it. Like, I know that, that's a tight spot because people are starting to actually hit the nail on the head, and people are getting a little bit uneasy about being called things that are really close to home. But if you don't want to be a bad person, go be a better one. You don't want to be called, certain things, go do something that isn't related to that doesn't make you look like that kind of person. If you're worried about your image, change it. Sorry, but like life is what you make it. People just don't realize how spot on that fucking sentence is.
Yet again, it's the name calling part. You can feel a certain way about a person and stand on it and be about your business. And I get
Mhm.
that. And I understand. But when you say, hey, you are this and you are that and you're this and you're that, you know what I'm saying? And
So
then
that's look, it's a way to
let me
deflect away
finish. Let
from the
me finish.
actual detail.
Let me finish. Let me finish, my guy,
Okay.
please. When you do that, and then you do it on social media, and then it's it grows, or you finally catch that one that go viral. That means a lot of people agree with you. That means a lot of people come out and then they want to attack a person, and that's where I think it goes a tad bit overboard. Now, having a discussion and name dropping a subject or putting a person in the category of talking about a topic, a specific topic or something, and stay on topic, I have no problem with that. You know what I'm saying? Because
Correct.
we're talking about a subject. But then what goes out of board is like you're this and then
So
you're
what you're
that.
saying is it's inappropriate to drop them into a group that they clearly belong in when they don't realize certain things, right? Because like if you're speaking facts and you're talking logic and everything lines up and it's perfectly understandable, and they still don't want to see the logic and the facts in it, that's kind of lining themselves up to be called stupid, and then you don't call them stupid given and you explain it, and then people still don't understand because they don't want to understand because then it doesn't line up with their ideals. Then they're purposefully being ignorant, and that can be changed also. But just because people make the choice to do things on purpose doesn't mean I'm going to change and do things a different way to fit their ego. I'm not doing that because I have already tried to explain it in a simple form. I have used facts that can be looked and checked up, right? And if you can't understand that, then you are beyond help. And there's certain points where I'm going to just understand I'm talking to a brick wall. Might as well call it a brick wall. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
call it a brick wall, but yet again, using other language to call them other things to put
I
them
don't think you
down.
realize that it was an analogy, it was a metaphor. If
Yeah,
talking
and
to a
said
brick wall is like
again to
when I'm talking to somebody stupid and they don't realize they're stupid, sometimes you have to call them out and they'll be like, "Oh, what are you talking about?" It's so you can explain why they're stupid, and then
yet
they're like,
again, and
"Oh,
calling somebody stupid and calling somebody
it can be
other
fixed."
names besides this, and I'm talking about other
It's a
names.
way to I understand that. It's a way to defer away from the details because you don't like how it fits. It does not fit the ideals because it's not true, because it fights against what you want or what they want.
I have plenty of debates that I still don't defer to that until
No,
somebody pokes the
nor
bear.
I'm
And I'm
aware
just
of that.
speaking in general,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and you know what
Trust
I'm
me, I'm
saying.
aware
But
of
yet
that.
again,
But like I said, there's
other
a
than
certain
that,
point.
you have a Charlie Kirk situation, or you have the Trump situation. Because a lot of people agreed with a narrative that they was pointing at these people, and a certain person, whoever that person was, felt like they can do something about it. And you know what I'm saying? That's where it's like, okay, cool. All right. Everybody
I still 100% believe that that Trump shooting was fucking
and you
rigged
have
up.
every right to believe like that. And I'm not sitting up here and finna
If
go
a
over
piece
that.
of shrapnel hits your shit, it doesn't fucking heal that quick.
Yet again, you have every right to believe that.
Just gotta
Okay.
make sure that if anybody ever looks at it and they're confused if they haven't seen it, then they obviously know what to look for by having a few keywords that I've just mentioned. I've done this streaming thing for long enough. My brain automatically connects it. Other people's doesn't.
Help about all you want to, and I get it. But yet again, the whole purpose of the rhetoric from it and what it leads to There's actually proof of it because it happened twice. One unsuccessful, one successful. So
He really got you guys brainwashed though. It's fun. It's fun to watch.
hey, enjoy it. Sit back, laugh. That's what you're supposed to do. Enjoy life, man. You laugh at things, I laugh at things, you know. We both laugh at different things, you know, as long as we find some type of humor
Trust me.
in life.
I'm aware, KP.
That's the beauty of life, I guess. I'm assuming, my guy.
You know, we never did talk about that Martin Luther topic. We kind of got on the topic of everything else.
I kind of want to wait to do that for a special. I want a group of us. If you want to talk about it, me and you want to work, we could always care. I won't share away from
I
it.
just know it's like, so I was one of those people when
Uh-huh.
when we got taught about it in school. It was always he was it ordained minister, or I can't remember right offhand. But a lot of people, due to his early teachings, because he felt the resurrection wasn't a literal sense, he wrote about it being, I believe, more of a spiritual ascension, right? So that made early scholars and people that read his stuff think that he was more of an atheist. And that actually wasn't true. And towards the end of his writings and preachings, he actually, I don't know who convinced him or if he thought about it enough to convince himself, whatever, but he did end up coming around to the resurrection being a legitimate standpoint in time where, Jesus came back, from behind the boulder, all that good stuff. But he was fully ordained, had the church, did his preachings. So I was confused when you guys shared that atheist thing in there.
By him being a socialist, hanging out with socialists and communists, so the one goes into his speech and where he used famous speeches from other communist breakdowns. His preaching that he so-called preaching, he really didn't preach for real, for real.
I mean, there's plenty on there that was like, I get where people, like I said, in the earlier spots, but are we looking towards like the entirety of his work? Because like there was plenty of it in the early stages that I would agree. It looks like, more atheist based,
Well, like I said, that I've been looking for the whole breakdown because it's him and a couple of other people breakdown of it all.
Okay.
So to go over it, because he just don't go over just Martin Luther King. He goes over the writings from people that was close to him, that talked about him, his close cabinet people, and then how they was upbringings and what was their ideology influence into helping Martin Luther King, his basically his cabinet of peoples too, and stuff like that. And when I look at it, you know what I'm saying, it's just, it kind of sits and like, oh, okay, that makes sense. That looks at that because it's another person that looks at Martin Luther King as an incident of where he did a beat up of a person in a hotel room. He was like in his document, he goes over the case and stuff like that, and like this happened, and this is the documents of it. And like, oh, but y'all don't know nothing about that. They don't talk about that. And I was like, oh, man,
I'd like to see it. I was about to say, if you find the full thing, let me know.
I thought about sharing it, but then I did. I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought about my mama because my mama watched a lot of stuff that I share I post, especially on Bookface. I was like, I'll do everything else about him, but this one right here, I would rather say for my show, and you know what I'm saying, to go deeper into. But also, there's a lot of people in the group chat, since I seen that it kind of grew and that topic was long. I didn't even get a chance to read it all and stuff like that. But I do want to sit with everybody else and have a big discussion on it. Actually have a go into a special conversation of it. That's why I said we need to talk about it.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
That's why I was saying, like, I would like to also see the full, like, because you said it's got a lot of things that aren't like seen a lot. But alrighty, brother, I'm probably gonna jump off of here. My back's kind of giving me some issues.
For sure. You know what time it is.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time that you're watching this. And I'm going to finally say, good night, Kapeash.
Good night, Kapeash.